What's up guys, Riley here, and today we're going to be putting new shoes on my lowered C10. Alright, so the shoes will be going on this C10. This is my crawler C10. I do have one for pulling, and this is probably going to be my C10's most favorite day. I don't know if you guys saw it, but when I did the mini pin video, it really helped this build out because the Hyrexes just weren't doing it for my setup. And once I added the mini pins, this build just, shot through the roof. It did super good on everything. But we're going to be changing them out again. I wanted a little more clearance, and I wanted a tire that I know was going to be good for it. So we're going to be swapping the brand new LGRP Mini Swamp Kings. If you don't know, they do have a larger one that's around like 60 millimeters. I think like 64 maybe millimeters. Not too sure on that, but these are 57 millimeters. So I'm gaining about 2 millimeters of height, which actually it might be a little more than that if you can see there, but these things look great. I cannot wait to get these on this build. So let's go ahead and start tearing into the truck so we can get these things on there. Wait. Before we start tearing into the truck, we gotta admire these awesome tires. So, I've got my tires right here. I actually have 2 packs of tires, one for me and one for my older brother. I don't know what he's gonna put them on actually. I think he just wanted them because they came out. But as you can see, little guy racing parts. We have the Swamp Kings right here. These are such a cool looking tread pattern. I really like the tread pattern, and I really can't wait to see how these lugs do. Today's going to be a perfect day to test these because it's rainy. It'll really put them to the test. The lugs are a little stiff compared to obviously the Endura pins, and comparing them to the RC 4-wheel drive's mudslingers. I think these are a little bit softer, but it could be because they have to be broken in. The rest of the tire seems pretty soft and sticky. You can hear that stickiness. It does have the foams in them. They seem pretty soft. I think I'll probably keep the foams in them for just trying out. Super sticky. I think these turned out pretty good. They're really good looking, and hopefully they'll give my truck a more aggressive look. But I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the C10. We'll get these on there, and then we'll take it out to crawl. Alright, so I'm going to get the wheels off and the tires off, and I'll come back when I'm getting the tires on the rims. Man, I'm sure hoping these tires don't disappoint, because they look great on these wheels. Alrighty, so here we go. I've got all the mini pins off, and the rims are ready to be swapped over to the mini Swamp Kings. I already do have one wheel set up, as you saw a couple seconds ago, and it feels great. It vents really good. I think these things are going to be awesome. I can't wait to get these on the course. Alrighty, so I do have brass rings in the front, aluminum rings in the back. Hopefully I remember which ones are which. Let's go ahead and start putting them together. Alright, so here we go. We've got all the Swamp Kings on our rims. They went on pretty good, pretty easily. Like I said a minute ago, they sound super good. Venting exactly like they should. But just a quick comparison. I have the mini pins here. So they're a little bit taller. So hopefully I can get a little bit more ground clearance, which is always good, but not much, I'm sure. And then the Swamp Kings are actually just a hair wider than the mini pins, and the only reason it's wider is because of the side lugs. It's kind of hard to show you here, but it's just, you can barely notice the difference in width. So I'm definitely not losing anything in terms of width or height. I'm gaining some stuff in height and losing a little bit, or not losing, but I'm keeping the same width. But yeah, now it's time to get these onto the C10. So I gotta remember, I think the dirty ones were the fronts. Hopefully that's what. Those things look good on that thing. Let's get the rear ones on, and then we'll take a couple photos. I'll show you a comparison of it. Hopefully I put the tires on right.
Last tire. Can I get a drum roll, please?
There we go. That thing looks awesome. It looks so much more aggressive than the mini pins. They're just kind of a clean look with the mini pins. But these tires just, oh my goodness. It makes me miss the aggressive look I had on this thing. With the Hyraxes. It looks awesome. Look at them tires. Them things are nice and clean, nice and shiny. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to get a couple photos, and I'm going to show some side-by-side comparisons between the Swamp Kings and the mini pins, and then we have got to get this thing outside. Alrighty, so we're out here at the course, and man does this thing look great with these tires. Let's go ahead and get to rock crawling. So starting off, I know I'm going to get a little bit more rubbing. I heard it just driving around. But let's see how she does. Have a little bit more clearance. So far, they're doing pretty good. That section of the course, honestly, has gotten pretty easily. They just look so great on this truck. Boom. Easy peasy. I've really gotten good at that part of the course. So let's go the other way. Do have a few lines we're obviously going to try. Ooh. Trying to flip over. This part can be pretty hard if you don't hit it right. There we go. Also this part too, because your diff cover catches really bad. Easy peasy. These tires are really making some easy work of the course. We're going to head over to our second mini course. This is newer. would be in the FMS video. I actually don't have that out yet. I already have it filmed, or at least most of it, but let's go ahead and test it out. Little vertical climbing. This is where the mini pins really did good. There we go. Gave it a little bump and she got up there. Ah, we flipped over. First time with the new tires. You can definitely tell the difference between the mini pins and the big lugs on these tires. But I really like it, honestly. Alrighty, we're gonna go back the other way. This course does have a lot of gaps in it, so that's what really throws the trucks off. But it just walked right on up that. The FMS won't do that either. Alright, so I've got a pretty good line here. Let's see how these tires do. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going up this rock, and I'm going to kind of come up and go this way. But there's a massive gap right here that likes to eat tires. So let's see how they do. Immediately, I did not get a good line. Back it up, and here we go again. It is wet out. Oh man, they just crawled to the side. Ah, flipped over. It is, like I said just a second ago, it's wet out, so these rocks right here aren't wet, but the tires are getting wet from the ground. There we go. These tires just slip right on up that. See how they do in this gap. It looks like that gap's getting them. And second thought, we got on over it. Easy peasy. There we go. Alright, now we're going to do a bit of an easier line, I think. See if we can get a slow crawl to grab. There we go. We are brushed, so we're not super slow. Oh, can we save it? Yep. See if we can wiggle our way out. I don't think so. No. All fours are off the ground. Let's flip her back over and go again. Oh, that was even better. That was a pretty clean line right there. Alrighty, so we're at a pretty good line right here. Pretty vertical. Let's see how she does on it. She is kind of sliding down. Looks like she's having a hard time. There we go. Boom. Right over it. We struggled a little bit. Let's see if we can try again. See if we just had a little bit of bad luck there. We tend to slide over to that side. Give it a little bump and she goes. Now, there we go. So our belly did catch on the rocks here. It's got some pretty jagged spots and a lot of gaps up here. But so far, so good. Man, these tires look even better when they're dirty. Gosh, just love the look of that thing. So go ahead, I'm gonna move on to the line over there. This thing did it pretty smoothly, so let's see if that changed. Alright, we're set up at this line. Let's see how it does. I haven't done it yet, so it might be a bit of a... Oh my goodness. Right on over. No problem at all. Those lugs are really grabbing these little pebbles and the the cement, because that's what these rocks are. It's just a bunch of cement. All right, restarting. We're gonna kind of bump up right here. It's kind of a second line, just another line to take right here. Let's see how it does right here. This one is a bit harder. You gotta wiggle the tire in there and get it to grab. Even with the mini pins, it was... She's trying. There we go. We got that line and went right on up. Let's see if we can do that again. See if we can hit it a different way, maybe. We got thrown off a little bit. Let's see if we can get back. I don't know. Looks like we're struggling a little bit. Turn. She's not wanting to turn. There we go. Just had to take it a little bit slower. We got it again. So it does pretty good on all our lines so far. So it looks like we haven't lost any performance. It still does really good over all the lines that I've got here, especially this one. I was kind of worried about the bottom half with the rock being somewhat smoother, but I knew it was going to do pretty good on the top half with the lugs grabbing all the, just the sharper ends. But it does really good. I'm going to get a piece of plywood and we'll see how the vertical is on it. Alrighty, so we got some plywood here. It better do this one. That one's not much of a challenge for it. There we go. So it does it. It slides a little bit, but she's doing it. Straight to the top. I love the look of those tires. I just can't get over how aggressive they look on this truck. There we go. That bottom is a little slick with the paint on it, I think. Man, that's a pretty good angle. Oh yeah, does that no problem. Alrighty, I think this might be the test. Full throttle. Alrighty, so I think we've gained a whole lot of vertical climbing. This thing climbs so good with those tires. Alrighty, so I know we're not adding weight or anything, but still the side hilling, it'll have more grip, at least when driving. It's a pretty good hill, especially for side hilling, and she's really not sliding much. So let's give it a little more. See how it does. Start up here. Oopsies. Sliding a little bit, but that part you can actually fix by steering it so it's not too much to where it doesn't want to go back up. Still, no problem at all. Probably getting out of the camera frame now. Alright, that's a pretty good angle. I know the mini pins couldn't do this before, they just slid. Alrighty, now it's starting to slide. So if I turn a little bit, let's see how she does. She's still kind of sliding. Alright, so since it's already doing better than the mini pins, we're going to go ahead and bump it up a notch. There we go. I just moved it like 3 inches. Let's see how it does. Got a feeling she's gonna slide. Oh yeah, that rear end dropped down. Still, we're not having a crazy amount of sliding. I never thought I'd be able to get this much side hill. Or almost as much as the vertical. Pretty good. Pretty good angle. I think she's gonna do good. Oh, yep, that's where it gets it. Right there. See if we can counteract it with steering. No. Ah, we almost got it. It's pretty close. I think if I go fast enough, it might do it. But I don't know. Looks like the board's a little slick, too. We'll point it downwards, actually. It doesn't even want to stay. You can get across it if you speed up a little bit, but goodness is that good. It won't even go up that. That's crazy. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get these things inside and do a little bit of talking. These things are some awesome tires. Alrighty, so we're back in the shop. It's time to talk about these things. And all I have to say is, wow. These things do so good on vertical and side hilling. They just destroy the mini pins when it comes to the vertical and side hilling on the plywood, which is surprising with the way the lugs are. There's not really anything for them to grab onto on the plywood, but they did awesome. It's crazy how much better they did than the mini pins. I really like the mini pins when I got those. But yeah, we have plenty of grip on those rocks. Those lugs are really grabbing them. Really soft lugs. I can't wait until these are broken completely. I'm sure there'll be just a whole new tire once that happens. But yeah, it's a great tire. They're soft. They vent well. They're gripping on those rocks even when they're wet. They're gripping really good on them. You can definitely tell they're trying to grip when it bounces. And I'm just moving a little too fast. I think these are definitely a lot better when you have a really good slow crawl. So on a brushless system, which maybe we'll try it on a brushless system with the Black C10. But yeah, I really like these tires over the mini pins, and I'm definitely going to keep them on here. I think they help the build look a lot more aggressive. They look really good in these wagon wheels, honestly. I really like the look of them in the wagon wheels. And it just matches the whole build of the C10. I am running the Erginix 450 milliamp hour battery. Just thought I'd throw that in there for you guys. Great battery. Definitely go check it out. Erginix sent them to me for a sponsorship. I've got 2 videos up on it. One is a full review and the other's just a little quick review, so definitely go check those out. But yeah, I definitely recommend these tires. They're better than the mini pins for my setup at least. Maybe not yours. But definitely check them out. The link will be in the description. And thank you, Little Guy Racing Parts, for making such awesome tires. Alrighty. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Maybe we'll put these on the brushless system in the Black C10. And I'll see you in the next video.